The first Granti, it's called Granti. Granti means a knot or a block or a limit that we have, and this is the first of the three major limits and blocks that we need to overcome in our life on the path to personality, wholeness, or enlightenment. And the first is these drives, natural drives for survival, fear of death, which is the first level that you are working with, Muladhara. And the second one is sexuality, to feel, to emote, and to understand the world through our senses. And it's connected also to our drive to survival, to create a new life. But these are all more instincts than the higher human qualities. And the third one is our ego and drive for power. Some of the philosophers of the Western world, they were attached to some of these qualities, and according to them they were judging the whole humanity, that our main drive, that we measure everything in our life, is the will to power. Yeah. And then you have another approach, like Freudian approach, that everything we do in life is motivated by sexuality. And if we have any problems, that's connected to our development of sexuality in a young age. That was Freud. Or you judge everything according to ownership and about the material ownership, and that's Marx. So you have these different philosophers that they try to make sense of human psychology through a different point of view. All of them were right, but all of them were right only partially. We have all these things and drives in us, and there are even higher drives to creativity, to search for a higher purpose, and these are the top three layers that are mirrored in our padmas or chakras. So it's not the first three that we've been working till now, it's the upper three, that's the higher purpose. So this first one is all connected to these first layers of consciousness, this block or granti or knot. So creation, desire, sex, all our basic primal needs are connected to this structure. It doesn't mean that we need to get rid of these drives. We need them in our life, otherwise we couldn't enjoy the life, we wouldn't fight for survival. We need them, but we need them as a tools, not as a driving force and as the only driving force in our life. Otherwise, then you can see the world around us. People are longing for more and more power, or more and more sensual experiences through the senses, and there is never enough. You still try to search for more and more. Even you have 10 cars, you want 11s. Even if you have all the power in the world, it's not enough. You need to own the stars, like in a Little Prince. How is that story that that guy is counting the stars because he owns the stars? How can you own it? Yeah, I can own it because I count it and I was the first one who thought about it that I can own it. So, and if we are under control of these drives, it's not good. But if we control them, if we use them, it's fine. Then also sexuality, we need it, we like it, we are normal human animals, but it shouldn't be it shouldn't be more than it's supposed to be, not the main reality of our life. So as soon as we get through these first 3 layers of consciousness and we get it under some reasonable control, we can start working on our heart, on opening to the higher consciousness, to get rid of all the negative stuff from our body, from our mind, get rid of these masks and personalities, and to see ourselves clearly. And then you can open your heart and work on the higher levels of consciousness. Sacred geometry. Your mobile is ringing. Yeah, it's okay. We were a little bit talking about that the geometry, the basic shapes like triangle and square or cube, if it's in 3-dimensional, these are some basic building structures of the universe, of our bodies, of the atoms, and of everything around us is built on some basic structures. It's like a second layer after the absolute or the consciousness, universal consciousness, and then you have a sound, like a vibration that creates the structures, and then you have these geometrical patterns that's created from the sound, from the vibration. And the sacred geometry, you can find it everywhere in the world, in all the different traditions, and it's all based on these basic principles that from one object you multiply it, like from one cell you multiply it and create 2 cells. They are there is an intersection, then they duplicate again, and then you create the structure that's called the flower of life. And that flower of life, it's a universal symbol that you can find in Egypt or in Hinduism, you can find it in Christianity, in shamanism, everywhere this important shape is there. And from this shape, everything is created. All the shapes and all the basic geometrical patterns, like a triangle or the tetrahedron, and their interconnection that's creating the structure of this universe. And you can see like these 2 triangles there in the middle. This one, it's called Merkaba, but this is basically the David's star from Judaism, but you find it everywhere. You find it in Hinduism because it's a symbol of Anahata chakra. That's the center, that's the middle, where you are intersecting all the possible realities, as above, so below, as women, as men. And that's the same polarity intersection creating the oneness. So this symbol is very widely spread around the world.